Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. First of all, welcome to the live. And today first of all, I want to make sure that we are live and broadcasting. Okay. All right. So, good morning, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angelia Malbrew. I am the luxury brand and business elevator. So, today I wanted to come on and share a few things with you that I think you could use. I want to try something new. So I came up with an idea last night that I will be doing a almost like a master your Monday type deal. So I want to be able to pour some things on you, imply some things in your life, and help you to bring, your Monday up, get your energy up, get everything going and flowing. Okay. So today's theme, we have a theme every week, and today's theme is going to be intentionality, execution, and elevating your brand. So the goal for today, one is not to be on here doing a whole bunch of rambling with you because I have a ton of things to do, but I felt that this was important in order to help a few people because I know a lot of people they dread Mondays, right? But me, like I'm different. I'm a little bit different. I was built a little bit different. I love Mondays, and so when you come in, make sure you drop a um hashtag live if you're watching this live, and if you're watching a replay, make sure you type in replay. So I want to see what times you guys are watching the video, and hopefully you'll watch it live, or hopefully you'll watch it early this morning so that you can reposition yourself, your mindset, and your thought process for your Monday. Okay, so again, today's theme is intentionality. We're going to talk about execution and also elevating your brand. Now, elevate your brand is going to be a topic of anything that I'm going to have a conversation about. Okay, so today's goal is to inspire action in you because it's February. First of all, happy Black History Month to everyone. And I want to also set the tone for the week and help you to equip yourself with strategies to move your needle and your brand forward. Okay, so welcome to Master Your Monday. If you're serious about elevating your brand, increasing your visibility, and turning connections into opportunities, this is the session for you. Okay, so today I want to talk about how you can set strategic goals that actually move your brand forward. And what does that look like for you? The second thing I want to talk about is the number one mistake that entrepreneurs make at the start of the week. And if you're an entrepreneur, you definitely want to listen in. And number three, we're going to talk about how to align your actions with your vision so that you can see real results. I know this is a different time for me to be going live. So make sure you guys, like I said, put in hashtag replay if you're watching a replay and hashtag live if you join me live. Now let's go ahead and hop right on into it. So drop a light bulb emoji in the comments if you're ready to step into your power this week. So let me just say this. I got a tickle this morning. Success isn't random. It's intentional. You've never met anybody that told you, "Oh, I just sat on the couch and it just happened," or "I didn't put in any work and millions just showed up in my bank account," or "I don't think I posted anything. I don't think I shared anything. I don't think I told anybody about my business, yet I have 1,000 people that are following me and ready to do business with me." So it's intentional. In order to be successful in any business, any industry, you have to be intentional with your actions, your process, the things that you're doing. So yesterday, I want to just share a little bit about what happened with me this weekend. So if you know me, I'm a worker. Like I'm a workaholic, and I was talking to my aunt a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago now, I think. And I was talking to her about the things that I'm doing. She was like, "Oh, baby, you so busy." And Auntie has no idea. I am super busy. But I said all that to say last night I sat down and started looking at things that I am doing, the way I'm going to strategize, the way I'm going to relaunch things in my brand and my business, and what I want that to look like for me. And so I said, okay, Angelia, you have the structure behind the scenes. You have your email campaign set up, you have all the things you need. But when I looked at it, I said that was what I needed for last season. Where I am in this season of my life is totally different. So a year ago, I wasn't speaking. I mean, I was speaking, but I wasn't intentionally putting myself out there as a speaker. I wasn't intentionally putting myself out there as a coach. I was coaching. You guys know that we did the Elevate Your Brand Masterclass every week, consistently for weeks. And there was intentionality that I had to put behind the scenes so that I could show up live for you guys every Thursday at 5 p.m. There was things that I had to do behind the scenes to make sure I had all my talking points together. I had to make sure that I had my curriculum together. I had to make sure that I was putting together PowerPoint presentations. So if you have ever come to one of my master classes or one of my in-person live events, you know that I am very intentional about the information that I share, the way I share it, the manner in which I facilitate my meetings, and I'm very intentional. Okay. I want to make sure that I am leaving an impact on you. I make sure that I want to add value for you. I am not just here for your entertainment. Yeah, you're going to come in and get a couple key keys. But at the end of the day, I do this because I have a passion for helping other people to learn. And I want to help other people grow as much as I can. So it's intentional. Um, let's talk about what this means for your brand though, because like I said before I got on my soapbox about intentionality, this weekend I started, like I said, looking at the things that I had in place. Everything I had in place were built around my photography business. So now, because I'm coaching, because I have a coaching program, and some of you may or may not know about it, but I do have a coaching program. And so I had to be able to build a foundation around that. And then I had to be able to build a foundation around my speaking business. And I also had to be able to make sure that I'm not missing the mark with my photography business as well, because I'm not letting go of photography. It's just going to be in addition to the other things that I'm doing. So you have to have structure in place to do any of these things. And it's one thing to say, oh, let me just send the email. But do you have those emails set up so that when people are engaging, that they will go ahead and get a response back? Or is there something that you need to go do manually? Because what if you send out this mass email promotion, right? And you decide to go on vacation, or maybe you have a family emergency. What happens when people respond to you and communicate with you if you have to go out of town or something at the last minute, or maybe it was already planned, but you only thought about what it would look like for you if you were sitting at your desk? What happens to those clients? What happens to those reactions, those questions and things if you're out of town? You have to set the groundwork to make sure people are understanding that these are my working hours. This is what this is for. This is how you communicate. You have to let people know the best way to communicate with you. You have to have foundation set up behind the scenes. Do you have email? Do you have text message marketing? Do you have a way for people to reach out to your assistant if you have one when you're away? Or is that something they need to wait until Monday morning at 9 a.m.? For me, I typically don't respond to emails on the weekend because it creates a bad habit for not only me, but for my clients as well. So if it's something like an urgent situation and we are coming to your area or something and we are doing your session on a Saturday, 100% I'm going to respond to that. But if it's something to say, I have questions about this, I have questions about that, my office hours are from 9 to 5. If you know where I got that line from. But anyway, let's get back to the conversation at hand. So you have to have foundation set up. What is your intentionality? What are you planning to do with your business and your brand in this season of your life? What does that look like? Are you still doing the same thing, or are you doing something different? Have you added something new? Are you selling an ebook? Are you selling, a master class? Are you selling a workshop? Like, what does your life look like right now? And are you setting the correct intention around making sure that you have all things in alignment for yourself and where you're going? Here's the thing. You don't just show up, you show up with purpose. And if you're not showing up with purpose, what's the purpose of you showing up? Right? Hey, Jacob, praise the Lord. Jacob is one of my good friends that I met at a ILS conference a couple of years ago. Hopefully we'll be able to hang out again at ILS or Good Soil this year. And if you don't know what ILS is, like, it's the International Leadership Summit. I will scream it from the rooftops because it is so impactful. You meet a lot of good, amazing people there, and you have an opportunity to grow your brand and your business. I am not a paid spokesperson for the TD Jakes Foundation or ILS, but what I will tell you is I have met some amazing people. I have booked some clients there, and I feel like it's a transformative experience for every business owner. Or entrepreneur, or if you're a wantrepreneur and you don't know what you want to do yet, get in the room around some people that can inspire and motivate you in a positive way. All right, number 2, every move you make should align with your bigger purpose, whether that's taking a new job, whether that's asking for a promotion, asking for a raise. What does that look like for you in a grand scheme of things? Are you going to be able to take this bigger purpose, bigger goal, and align that with your actions? Because if not, you're going to be wasting your time, my friend. And number 3, if you don't set clear goals, your week will run you instead of you running your week. When was the last time you said, oh, you know what, I'm going to go and do XYZ this week, but you didn't put any intentionality behind it. You didn't set the tone for it. You didn't make any different decisions. It goes the same way. Like if you're trying to, I can even use this in biblical form. Like if you're trying to fast, right? And you know we're not supposed to tell anybody when we're fasting. But if you decide that you want to fast and you say, oh, I'm going to fast from social media, but you're so wired to go scroll on social media, right? You'll get in there and then immediately realize that I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be fasting. And so you have to set the tone for your week. You have to plan out your goals, your strategies. Write it down if you need to. Like I'm a person, like I love to write notes. I keep a planner everywhere I go. And if you haven't grabbed my I have 2 planners. I have one for the year to elevate your year, and I also have a faith-based planner for women entrepreneurs and professionals in business. If you want that, make sure you DM me and I'll get the link for you. Also, so here's an action step I want to give you right now. So number 1, take 60 seconds and write down one intentional goal for you, your brand, your life, your business this week. What does that look like for you? Is that going to be setting up an email campaign for a new product that you're getting ready to launch? Or will you be, going to a new networking event? Or will you be putting yourself out there as a professional and leader that you know you truly are, that you've been shying away from? Have you set the tone for that? Have you reached out to people? Have you DM'd them? Have you let people know what you're doing right now? Because we don't know what you're doing, baby, unless you tell us. Social media is so full. And I say full in a good way of people doing things and moving their businesses in different directions. And a lot of times we don't know what you're doing unless you let us know. We are not genies, and you post it one time. That does not mean we know what you do. You have to continue to show up. Continue to show up for yourself. Continue to show up for your brand. Continue to show up for your business. Okay? All right. Let's head on to execution, because we've talked about intentionality, what that looks like, what that means for you and your brand going forward. Doing work that matters. One of my friends and I, we talk a lot about being busy. And I am busy, but I'm busy with purpose. I'm not busy over here just doing a bunch of random stuff. If I'm doing something, there is a method behind my madness. I guarantee you, I'm not just doing it to be wasting my time and spinning my wheels, because y'all, baby cyber nephew over here who turned 6 yesterday. Happy birthday, Cody. He keeps me on my toes. Okay. So I don't have time to be poking around. If there's anything that I need more of, is time. I think we all need more time, but I try to be intentional with my time and what I'm doing and where I'm going and the relationships that I'm building, the time that I'm spending, the conversations that I'm having. All that goes back to intentionality and doing things that matter. and also doing work that matters. So most people are indeed busy, but are you productive? Because you can be at your computer 12 hours a day, but yet your productivity level is, because what you doing? You watching TV if you at home, you scrolling on social media, you texting somebody, you having conversations with people that are not going to help you to move your needle in your business. You are supposed to be working on your brand, your business, your leadership skills. What are you doing? If you are not putting yourself in another position where you can elevate and grow and scale, you are wasting your time, my friend, because you should be able to take something from every day you live and apply it to your knowledge, your wisdom, because you're not supposed to just get old. You're supposed to get old and wise. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the biggest mistake that entrepreneurs make. Anybody want to take a stab at that and what that means? What that looks like, what that is? Don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and tell you. It's focusing on low value tasks. You know how I say you can be busy and still not be productive? That's what I'm talking about. Are you focusing on revenue generating activities, or are you doing stuff to just say that you're busy and, oh, I'm working on my business and I'm working on my brand? Are you though, friend? Are you working on your brand and your business, or you just busy? Are you making money with this business, or are you just busy? Are you putting yourself in a position to win, or are you just busy? That's what you need to ask yourself every time you get ready to do something today, every time you get ready to do something this week. Am I doing something that is going to increase my pocket, elevate my mental, or help my mental health to be more sustainable? Giving me a calmer work-life balance. What is your why? Why are you doing this, and how will this help you? All right. Here's how to fix it, because we know what the problem is, right? We're focusing on stuff that don't get us paid, that does not bring income, that does not elevate us to the next level as professionals. Number one, prioritize high impact things first. Now, I am a true project manager, okay? I've been one my whole life. When we were kids, you can ask some of my cousins, I was always the teacher, and I never wanted to be a teacher, but I was always a teacher. I've always been like in this space where I'm always trying to educate and help somebody, right? But the older I got, I realized that not only are you an educator, that you are a project manager. And I manage projects. I do. I did that for some of the largest financial institutions in the world. I dare not say their names because I'm not a paid spokesperson for them. But PM is what I am. It's what I do. I'm a project manager. I love to manage things. And so if you bring me a project, I'm going to show you how to make sure you strategize. What are the biggest things? What are the things that are going to take us the biggest amount of time? For me, let me tell you what that looks like. I can build a funnel all day long. I can build a landing page all day long. I can build a website all day long. But guess what? Guess what my kryptonite is when it comes to planning stuff? Emails. And the reason I say emails, not that everything else that I just mentioned doesn't matter, but with my emails, I am so intentional on what I put out, what I share, what I give back to people. Because if I write something, I need you to read it and understand that this came from the heart. Okay. And it's important to me. So when I'm doing like my nurture series emails, for example, those emails are very, very personal to me. I'm not one of those people that email you 17 times a day with a bunch of foolishness. I don't do that. I don't have time for that. And you don't have time to read them. And you're not about to waste my good credits. Not that I have to pay for credits, but I have to pay for my email provider. And so I'm not going to waste my time on emails that you're not reading. That's why my email open rate is about 50%. And that's why I love it so much, because people understand if I'm emailing you, it's important. Okay, I don't just send random emails. Like if I'm sending you a nurture series and I'm trying to tell you about something I'm doing, it's because it's really important to me and I feel like it will be important to you as well. So if you haven't joined my email list, make sure you go ahead and go hop over to my website or DM me and I'll send you my link. Or if you're on Instagram, what do you mean on Instagram Live? If you're on Facebook, you can go ahead and find my link in my bio. If not, like I said, DM me. I'll send you my link. Or you can go to AngeliaMalbrookPhotography.com and join my email list. You can hit subscribe in any of the pop-ups or the one down at the bottom in the footer. Or you can go to my contact me and let's have a conversation. And those emails are very impactful to me. They're very important to me. And so when I'm putting things out there, I'm very intentional about the time I spend with them. And so, yes, it will take me a while because I want to make sure the emails sound right. And I want to make sure that I am delivering the points that I need to be delivering on this email. I don't want you to open the email, get to the bottom after you finish reading all the amazing things that I've said. And then you say, I don't know what she wants me to do. Or I don't want you to be clueless about what I'm trying to share with you, if that makes sense. So prioritize your high impact tasks first. For me, I have to do that first because, like I said, I can build a sales funnel with my eyes closed. I can build a website with my eyes closed. I can manage your project with my eyes closed. But give me some nurture series emails and see what happens. I'm going to be sitting there for about a couple hours because I want to make sure that everything is right. So I'm gonna need some snacks for that one. Okay. So here's the thing. I want you to look at your list. What are you doing? Your client outreach. How long is that taking you? Are you even reaching out to people? If you're not reaching out to people, then you should start. Especially if you're in business. Are you doing any networking? If you're not networking, I don't know why, darling, because how do you expect people to know who you are if you're not networking? Now, I know people are not as excited about networking as me, but let me tell you, I love networking. I love it. I love it with every fiber of my being. Give me a networking event and we're going to have a good time. Okay? Give me one of those. That's what I look for. I look for people that have networking events. And that's another reason why I wanted to start my own networking community, which is the Elevated Brand Society. So if you haven't heard about that, make sure you DM me. I'll give you more information about that. But what it is, long story short, is a professional group of women that are ready to do things differently. They're tired of showing up to networking events, getting a bunch of random cards and going nowhere. Like you call these people, you reach out to these people, they're putting you in the spam. They're saying your email, they're reporting your email as spam. They're not answering the phone. If they do answer the phone, they give you a whole bunch of rigmarole about why they can't do business with you. Or maybe they're not even in business themselves. Maybe they are just winging it, trying to figure things out. They don't. And I'm just speaking from me and my perspective. I've been there. So before I add people to my email list, I am very intentional. Let's have a conversation first, because what you will not do is lower my email rating and end up have my emails going to spam because you want to play with my email. Do not play with my email. I am so serious about my email because when you start going to spam, it's hard to get your rating back up. So one of the ways, and this is a free pro tip, one of the ways you can avoid that is make sure you have quality leads and quality people on your email list that won't send you to spam. Okay. I've had people that I've done business with, and because they have spent more money than they had to spend, they got mad at me and put themselves in the email and the spam and put me in the spam. I don't know why they mad at me, because I'm very transparent. I am not a commodity price photographer. I'm not. I'm not being mad. I'm not being rude or anything when I say that, but I am not for everyone. Okay. My services are higher end. They're a luxury experience. So if you're coming to book a session with me, just know that there is an investment required. I'm not a commodity based photographer. There are a lot of photographers out there that, they are priced on the lower end, and that's okay because that works for them. That doesn't work for me. You have to get to a point in your business, in your life, where you stand up and say, hey, What is my get out of bed number? Hey, what number is it going to make sense for me to leave my baby, my husband, my house, me on social media? What is that going to take for me to leave my audience? What is that going to take for me to leave people that are interested in what I have to say? What is that going to take for me to not go out to brunch with my mom or my sisters or having a conversation with any of them? What is that going to take? And if $200 is that number for you, that's not the number for me. I'm sorry. I have real people bills. And I like nice things because my daddy spoiled me and I deserve to have nice things because the Lord said, I shall have an abundant life and I want that. Okay. And so I'm going to go after the abundant life that I have. And, at the end of the day, there are people for you. There are people for me. I'm not out here competing with anybody for their clientele because my clients are my clients and your clients are your clients. I don't have competition. I only have collaboration on my side. We don't compete. We don't. I'm not one of those people you're going to see in the comments on those posts saying, oh, I need a photographer or I need a affordable photographer. Please don't tag me in that stuff. Don't. I'm not an affordable photographer for most. And I say most, and I'm not being nasty or anything when I say this. I'm saying this with the most pure intention that I have. I am not for people that are budget. I'm not a budget friendly photographer. I'm just not. Now, if you have allocated money in your budget for your branding and your marketing, which I 100% suggest you to do, especially at the beginning of the year. And I know your tax provider professional will appreciate me for telling you this, but allocate that money in the beginning. And so when it comes time for you to invest in your brand, your business, because you have to continue to invest in yourself, whether that's coaching, whether that's branding, whether that's your marketing. What are you doing for marketing? Are you using business cards? Are you using digital? What does that look like when you're going to networking events? If you're going to networking events, what material are you taking with you? The material that I have is high quality. The marketing that I do is high quality. So why would I waste my time on low quality things if it's not going to yield results for me? Sometimes we are tired, we are burnt out, and we are stressed because we have allowed people to steal our peace, our joy, and our bank accounts. We have to stop that. We have to stop allowing people to bring us their budget and we figure out how to work with it. Because a lot of times when you do that, you end up taking, and I don't have, well, I do. My child is very bougie and he likes expensive food. And he's picky like that. Like my baby don't eat like regular food. So why would I be over here wearing myself out all day for a $300 session when that's not going to pay anything I have? It's not. Cody's vet bill alone is $300. So you have to prioritize what matters to you, and then you have to start pricing your business for profit. And if you don't know how to do that, you're in the right place. I will teach you how to do that. I have several things that I can teach you to do that with. But for right now, I need to get you to where your mindset is ready to grow, to expand. And I'll tell you more about that if you stick around. Okay, now let's go back to prioritizing your high impact tasks first. So if you have not sat down and wrote out what you wanted to do, your intentionality intentional items for this week, go ahead and do that. And number 2, I want you to schedule your content. Your visibility task, they need to be at the beginning of the week. So if you're trying to get visible, you're trying to get more attention and engagement on your brand, your business. And again, sometimes you're going to show up and you're going to go live and nobody's going to be on. Why? Because they're not prepared. You have to get people mentally ready to consume your content just like they do everybody else's. So you may go live and nobody's watching. That's okay. They'll see it later. And you know what you can do with that content? You can take it, turn around and flip it and repeat it. You can slice it and dice it. You can make reels. You can make videos. It's a lot of things you can do with that content. So don't worry. Make sure you're doing at least 8 minutes of content. Now you'll have enough content to start on any social media platform and do at least 2 to 3 videos. Okay. Free tip. I'm not even going to charge you for that one. All right. And number 3, stop getting distracted by busy work. It does not bring in revenue. So for me, I don't like busy work. Mm-mm. I work jobs where I have finished all of my stuff and then they'll try to give me busy work. I don't like that. Like, just let me go on to the house. Let me clock out if that was the thing. And see, that's another reason why I need to be the leader of my own pack, is because I don't believe in wasting people's time. I've had people to work for me and I've given them things and they have finished doing their stuff and they're like, "Oh, you want me to hang around?" No, go ahead, enjoy the rest of your day, go spend some time with your family. You finished the job. You still gonna get paid, but you've done your stuff. Why hold people hostage when all they're trying to do is do their work, go home and enjoy their lives? Do that. Give the people an opportunity to enjoy their lives with their family, especially if the work is done. Okay. All right. Next thing. I want you to look at your to-do list today and I want you to circle the 3 things, the 3 tasks that have the biggest impact on your business this week. Is that pitching yourself to a new audience? Is that networking? Is that client outreach? What does that look like for you? What are the 3 things that are the biggest things that could get you paid this week and also bring more impact into your business? If you don't know what those are, again, go back and rewatch this video from the beginning and you'll be able to identify the things that you need to add to your list, as well as the things that you may need to push to the side, because we ain't wasting time no more. Okay. Time is not on your side. Next thing, if you need to, here are a few examples. If you need clients, you need to send pictures. No matter what your business is, you need to hop on discovery calls. You need to send your link. And let me tell y'all something. I see this a lot on LinkedIn. And I know a lot of people go there to build their business, and I love that for us. And I say us because I go to LinkedIn and I build my business as well. But when you're sending pitches to people, be authentic. Don't come in here with this cookie cutter pitch. I saw one this morning that came through like 5 o'clock my time. And it was like, "Oh, Angelia, I admire what you do." I don't even know you. What do you admire about me? I don't even know you, baby. I don't know you and you don't know me. You literally bought my email from somewhere and you sent me a pitch, the same email that you sent everybody else. Be authentic. Hop on a phone call with me. Let's have a conversation so you can get to know more about me. Okay? And I get it. We've been conditioned to just send a pitch and hide our face. Like, stop. Don't do that. Because you're going to end up getting ignored or blocked if you do that. Like, be authentic. And just like my good friend Steve says, be a human. Just be a human. Like, and don't wait until you're in a fight or flight mode. Don't wait until the money has dried up in your bank account before you start reaching out to people. Start reaching out to people, talking to people, communicating with people authentically before the firestorm hits. Okay? And then you won't be like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta get somebody." No, just be authentic. Just be a human. If you need exposure, post on LinkedIn, record videos. Boom, here I am. I need more exposure because I have a lot of things I'm getting ready to drop this week for you guys. So if you don't like my content, go ahead and unsubscribe right now, because I'm about to blow your timeline up this week. We are going to be all over the place. Okay. So I have a lot of things I want to share with you guys. Good information though. It's not going to be a bunch of fluff, but sorry, Cody over here having a puppy nightmare, morning mare, I should say. So again, if you need clients, send pitches and get on discovery calls. If you need exposure, post on LinkedIn and record videos. And if you need authority, get in somebody's space, do collaborations, I'm going to start inviting people. I'm getting ready to start ramping up my podcast again. Well, it never stopped, but I want to start bringing people in that are guest hosts. So if you have an amazing business you want to talk through, let's talk about entrepreneurship. We talk about strategies. We talk about photography. We talk about all the things on Let's Talk the Elevated Brand podcast, which is my podcast. So if you want to be a guest host, make sure you put the little microphone emoji in the comments, and I'll know to come back and circle back with you if you want to be on the podcast. I would love to bring you in. Obviously, we can't be talking about everything because I am a woman of faith and I don't play around with certain things. So there will be an interview process to see who you are, what you do, what your business is. But let's get this authority out here in these internet streets. All right. Okay, so let's move on. What's one thing you're committing to executing this week? And when you've written it down on your paper, I want you to comment done in the comments. I want you to be intentional, and I want you to hold yourself responsible, because truth be told, nobody can really hold you responsible for anything. They can check in with you and you can say, oh yeah, I completed that task, but did you really? If not, go ahead, write out your 3, and again, put done in the comments when you have finished that. Alrighty, so here's the thing. Your brand is either growing or it's getting lost in the noise. And a lot of times, people don't have bad businesses. People don't have bad products. People don't have bad services. They're getting lost in the noise because you know who is showing up? The people that want to just be putting stuff out there. But you're not, because you're afraid of how you look on camera. You don't think that you're going to be confident. You don't like the way, you sound on video, or you're ashamed of being on camera. Let's stop that. You are created in God's image and you are created perfectly. There is no need for you to be out here stressing about you not looking good enough. You are good enough. You are more than enough. And I just want to give encouragement to anybody that feels they can't go live. They can't, record a podcast, or they can't put themselves out there. Let's stop that right now. You are just as qualified as anybody else to be on the internet. You are just as qualified as anybody else to share your business, your thoughts, your process, like whatever that thing is for you. You're just as qualified as the next person. So don't get lost in the noise, but stand out with authority and purpose. Alrighty. So there is no in between. Either you're standing out and you're growing, or you're getting lost in the noise. There is no in between. So let's talk about 3 ways to elevate your brand, and we're going to wrap this thing on up. Number 1, be consistent. I'm going to start this Monday morning motivation, and we're going to do this on Mondays at 7 a.m. I like this time. It's very quiet. Y'all nephew is still asleep. He's in the office, but he's still asleep, and I like this time. So yes, let's make this a thing. And like I said, number 1, be consistent. Post, engage, and show up every single day. And I know for me, I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I haven't told you guys about. And yes, I fell off the horse. It's okay. We're going to start fresh again this week. So if you didn't do it yesterday, it's okay. You can start fresh again tomorrow. But I want you to take action. Okay? Number 2, be strategic with your conversations, what you're doing, and who you're doing it with. Focus on who you want to attract. Not everyone. Everyone is not your client. Unless you have bathroom tissue, and then almost everybody is your client. But some people don't use bathroom tissue. But I'm just saying, everybody is not your client. And that's okay. Focus on the people that you want to work with and the people that want to pay you in return. And I want you to create content for them. And if you need help creating content, I have a 30-day content calendar that I can give you for free. DM me the word content calendar. I'll give it to you. because I value my community and I value building relationships. So I'll give it to you. I create stuff all the time. Let me help you to take your content and your image and your brand to the next level. I got you. All right. And number 3, be bold. I don't want you to wait for somebody to validate you. Again, right now, I'm looking at my follower account and people are watching the video, but they haven't clicked in there. And it's okay. Because some people, they just don't want to show up and support, and that's fine. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about validation. Your validation is within you. You validate yourself. Now, I know a lot of people didn't grow up getting validated because, let's be clear, that wasn't something you really heard a lot in certain households when you were growing up. For me, I was blessed to have people in my life, whether it was my grandmother or my dad or my mom or, my aunts or, my uncles, like, they had a different way of validating me, letting me know that I was that girl, right? But you have some people that grow up in households and their parents tell them, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, you're amazing, you can do this, you can do that. Now, however, I did hear in a roundabout way from certain people in my life as I got older and, started to grow up and understand what they were telling me. Now, granted, I've been an old soul a long time. So I was hearing stuff at the age of 5 that, I should have heard as an adult, because I've always hung around older people. Thank God for my grandmother and, my dad and people that really played a big part in my life, like my aunts and stuff. Like, I was hanging out with my auntie when I was younger, like she was my big sister, right? So it just really depends on how your upbringing is like, but validate yourself. Let me validate you. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're powerful and you deserve to be here. Don't let anybody make you feel like you need to dim your light, because you don't. Okay. You are created with a purpose. Go live it out. All right. Here's the thing. I want you to position yourself as an expert now, because that's who you are. That's what you spent the time, the money, the attention span that you have into investing in your brand, your business, and your life, your leadership. If you're not a business owner, you're a leader still. You're leading somebody. So I want you to position yourself and I want you to stand firm in it and be relentless, because you're amazing and you deserve to be here. And I want you to declare it out loud. I am the leader of my industry and I show up like it. And I want you to say that with authority. I want you to say it with a strong face. You know how you be real mad, like if you got to go to the doctor, you got to spend that money on a random anything, because every time you go to the doctor, it's a bill. But do your face like you do that when that doctor tell you, not the doctor, but when the little lady in the front tell you got to spend that money. Do your face like that and say that. I am the leader in my industry and I show up like it. So if you're serious, and I don't want anyone to message me if you're not serious, and I mean that with the most sincere heart that I have. But if you're ready to level up your brand, I want to work with you. I have a 4-week intensive called Elevate You. And Elevate You, you'll hear more about it this week, but it is something you should definitely know about. And if you haven't heard about it, it's a clarity session. It's a strategy session. It's a building session. I'm going to take you through a transformation, a 4-week transformation where we elevate everything about you. Because what I found was when I brought people in for a photo session, I felt like it was limited time with them. There was limited time before the session. It was limited time to work with them. It was limited time to build them up to the place that I felt that they were ready, even though I did my very best to elevate them in the moment. But I felt like I needed a little bit more time with them. Elevate You is not just for people that, how can I put it? It's not just for people that want to work with me. It's for people that are ready for clarity. It's for people that are ready for a strategy. It's for people that know it's time to elevate. These people are executives, they are leaders, they are professionals, they are established women in business. These are women that are okay with taking guided direction. These women are ready to move the needle in their businesses, in their lives, in their brands, in their bank accounts. These women are ready. These women have been toyed with enough. These women have been coursed out because people are sick of courses. I'm just going to tell you. I'm sick of courses. Everybody's sick of a course. But I didn't want to have a course for you. I didn't want to create that because we're sick of it. I'm sick of it. Everybody's sick of it. But I wanted to create an experience for you. I wanted to bring you on a transformation. And so that's what I created. We have a transformation. That's what it is. If I had to explain it any way other than it's just transformative. So I'm not going to give too much here, but if you're interested, I'll go ahead and drop the link in the comments. And you guys can hold on, let me drop this link for y'all. You guys can go ahead and join me, because before you hop into Elevate You, I do want to give you guys I want to give you guys an opportunity to get clarity on what you should be doing now. If this Elevate You is good for you, because it may not even be a good fit for you. But I do have a free masterclass. And so the free masterclass is called From Hidden Gem. Because those are the people that are, they're a leader in their own right. These women are powerhouses, right? But only in person. I want to help you to bring that same attitude, that same energy, that same emotion, that same detail online. So the class is called From Hidden Gem to Digital Powerhouse. It's a free masterclass. We will be doing that on Saturday. So you have time now to go ahead and register. Go ahead and register for this masterclass. It's going to be transformative. Again, it is free. It is information packed, because y'all know if y'all come to my masterclass, y'all can get a lot of information. I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, I'm not going to tell them all that. Baby, look, the more I tell you, the more I learn. And I'm here for that. I'm here for learning. I'm here for helping. I'm here for building. I'm here for growing. So I want you to grow as I grow. We're going to grow together. All right. So here's the thing. Drop ready in the comments if you are ready and committed to executing this week. I also want you to tag 2 people that need to hear this message. 2 of them. But don't be tagging people that are not serious. Tag people that are serious about elevating to the next level. Whatever that level looks like in business, if you are in leadership, if you have a successful 9-to-5, you're trying to grow, I got you. Let's elevate together. And let's execute with purpose this week. I want you to know that if you need support from me, I'm here. DM me the word elevate and let's chat. Okay. And again, if you're ready to, just like my little scrolling banner says, if you're ready to elevate and take your business and everything else to the next level, if you need more influence and more high paying clients, it's time to stand out. And so Elevate You would be perfect for you. And if you're interested in that, make sure you put a gem in the comments. You've seen it scrolling across this entire broadcast. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for spending this time with me, whether you just came in or whether you have been here the entire time. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. Thank you for being a part of Monday Morning Motivation. I hope I was able to set your intentions for this week. I pray that you have a fantastic week filled with purpose, clarity, money making and generating thoughts, processes, and activities. And I pray you have an amazing day. All right. Love you guys and hopefully I'll see you in class later this week and on Saturday. I plan to go live a few times this week, so make sure you follow me. If you're not following me, make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and I will see you guys soon. Have a fantastic day. Love you guys so much. Bye.